Welcome to the Weekly Dose of Stars. I'm your host, Graham Breitenstein, a professional dancer and movement coach for icons like, Idina Menzel, Lady Gaga, Meghan Trainor, just to name a few, turned professional astrologer, certified oracle card reader, and founder of Drunk Astrology. Each week on this podcast, I'm breaking down the astrological transits that need to be on your radar so you know exactly what energy to tap into and what opportunities to take advantage of in order to achieve your biggest goals, your juiciest manifestations, all while consciously co-creating your life with Team Uni. That's my affectionate pet name for the universe. So get ready. You're about to align your actions, dreams, and biggest manifestations with this week's Dose of Stars.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy holidays to all the dosers of the world. It's Santa Graham, the curator behind Drunk Astrology, here wishing you a very happy holidays. Yes, we have to bring Santa voice down and get into the astrology of the week of December 22nd through the 28th, 2025 voice. And it might be a very welcomed astro weather report for all of the dosers of the world because there's not much to report. But what there is to report is so deliciously cosmic, kismet, perfect, aligned. So this week, in essence, Venus really is the headliner, and I love this for all who celebrate in whatever traditions you celebrate for a week like this, to have Venus, the planet of love, connection, harmony, relationships, money, desire, to have that as our cosmic headliner in a week where more often than not, you're connecting out the wazoo. I love. Now, Venus, in the first couple of days of this week, she does have a little, she does get kicked around in the chin a little bit. There's a quincunx to Uranus on today, Monday, December 22nd, which is, an annoying thing you didn't see coming, you weren't expecting. Oh no, we got Jimmy the light up fire truck and he actually wanted the police car. It could be something in a week like this, the last minute shoppers of the world might be like, oh no, or, we forgot little Stacy. How could we have forgot little Stacy? Now we have to get her like a stupid gift card to something. You understand what I'm saying, right? So she gets a little hit on the chin. Outside of the shopping dynamic, that could be some annoying, frustrating energy within relationships, especially late evening tonight. Okay, that's Venus quincunx Uranus, 10:22 p.m. Pacific. And then on Tuesday, Venus gets into a square with Neptune. Now, Venus, Monday, Tuesday, is still in Sagittarius, right? So she is snarky. She does connect a little bit more punchy than she normally does. And when she squares off with Neptune retrograde in Pisces, then there is a little bit of like a demystifying effect that comes in, like, oh, wait a minute. You get some clarity, right? Now, you might be befuddled first. You might be a little like, what? Confused, dazed, swimming in fog a little bit. But this is also a late night aspect. This is 9:31 p.m. So by late Tuesday, like there is maybe a breakthrough here. So any kind of, again, last minute moment happening could, get some clarification late Tuesday night. But then it's Wednesday, it's hump day, that Venus really makes the move that's
I think most important, she enters Capricorn on Wednesday. And when she enters Capricorn, she is joining the sun, which, by the way, happy Capricorn season to everyone. Happy birthday to all the Capricorns, including my lova Herman, who was born during this zodiac season. Sun, Venus, Mars, all together in Capricorn starting on Wednesday, really puts the emphasis for the next month around putting your desires, your dreams, your goals in some kind of container, in some kind of structure. Capricorn thrives with a structure. It thrives with knowing all its variables, right? So where this really comes into play in terms of a manifestation practice, or you ending 2025 and beginning 2026 more aligned than ever, more clear than ever, we're going to take this whole cosmic snapshot. Sun, Venus, and Mars as of Wednesday, all in Capricorn, right? Build, build, build. Structure, structure, structure. Container, right? Give me a format to follow, a blueprint to follow. Now, Mercury, though, is still flying high in Sagittarius, which means we still have to, and you have to, hold a very clear vision for what's next for you in 2026, what's next for you before the end of this year. Whatever your vision is, and if you don't have one, I really encourage you to get a tool like the Manifest Big in 2026 journal, which will walk you through that scientific process to clarify what your vision is, or what you just see in your mind's eye. The first thing or things that comes to mind, and like what you're missing right now but want to see. That vision has to be clarified. It can't be pixelated in your mind. You need to be so super duper scrumdiddly-umptious clear about what your visions are. Okay, so what's the personal vision? What's the professional vision? What is the relational vision? And when you hold those visions clearly in your mind in a week like this, that's Mercury in Sagittarius highlighting it. It's highlighting the vision. And then handing over to the Sun, to Venus, to Mars, and going, now, how do you want to structure and format this vision coming true? Is it once a week, twice a month, 3 times a quarter? Is it an hour a day? You've got to create that kind of blueprint when you're working with Capricorn energy. Now, moon phase manifestors, I've given you tons of ways to work with Capricorn energy to satisfy this energy. And I highly encourage anyone who's already in that program, if you want to join, the doors are always open to you. I highly encourage you to really deep dive into the Capricorn resources, because this is our final Earth season. Okay? Final one. This is the one where things get realistic, where things become tangible. But the way to make them tangible, the way to really build a sustainable vision, and is to work with the earth energy while you've got it. And you have got it big time this week. All right? So that's a way that I really want you to work with this week's astrology in order to make what you want to see happen for yourself based on where you're sitting right now. This is how you start making it become tangible, real life, measurable, etc. And then the last little bit of this week is this weekend, actually, we have the Aries Quarter Moon, which is so sweetly and beautifully manifesting magic all over it, because it is coming a week after the Sagittarius new moon and a week before the Cancer full moon that we have a few days into 2026. And so when you have a quarter moon between a new moon and a full moon, this is where bold action wins every single time. Now, because it's coming after the Sagittarius new moon, you might not be surprised by what I'm going to tell you. The vision has to be clear, right? The bold actions you take under this weekend's Aries quarter moon, in order for that manifesting magic to really kick off and kick into high gear, you've got to be willing to make a bold move. You got to be willing to put yourself out there in a way. You've got to make sure that you are, more often than not, probably a little nervous. You're probably a little uncomfortable. You're probably like, oh my God. The shadow side of an Aries quarter moon like this is immobilizing, not doing anything, convincing yourself you're too tired, convincing yourself that, oh, I'll get to it later. This is such a special week in astrology. Yes, it's the holidays, and I am a holiday baby. Listen, I love to celebrate. I absolutely, any opportunity to celebrate holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, whatever, I am here for it. So whilst you're doing all the preparation, while you're connecting with your family, while you're, sipping hot cocoa and eating good butternut squash pie, are you? I don't know. But while you're doing all of those things, I really want you to consider, what bold move might I make in alignment with the vision I have for myself in 2026? I already know mine. I literally already know exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm actually probably going to plant that seed earlier in the week so that by the time the quarter moon comes around, I'm already in the action, the thrill of it all. And I will say, testimony, it makes me nervous what I'm about to do. And so if I can do it, you better believe you can too. So that's really the snapshot of the week ahead. Let's quickly run down today's energy. And after that, I do want to give you a little expectations for what's coming, because your boy is officially, as of today, on a holiday break, baby. So I just want to give you a little rundown on what to expect in terms of the doses. And also, if you're in my Moon Phase Manifestor program, you'll also be getting an email from me, so don't even trip. But I'll give you a little quickie version here. So let's talk about Monday, December 22nd. We start the week with the moon in Capricorn. Tradition, tradition, tradition. Work, work, work. Getting serious, getting real. The Capricorn moon has a trine to Uranus at 4:26 a.m. Pacific. So ease and flow and changing a little bit, changing a plan, shifting a project, or saying like, catch you in the new year. There's ease and flow around change and work. Early in the morning. The moon goes void, aka asleep, at 6:44 a.m. Pacific with a sextile to Neptune. Slow and steady wins the race when you're talking about building your dreams into a reality. Okay? Go slow, right? Any dream worth building is gonna take you time. You're not gonna want to rush your way through it. You're really gonna want to set up a really solid foundation, because anything built on a shaky foundation can be ripped out from under you really fast. The moon is asleep from 6:44 in the morning to 7:52 in the morning when it enters Aquarius. So during that little patch of time, a little over an hour, what is that? Hour, 8 minutes. Not time to go slow, create, dream, float, work on things already in motion. Not a big grocery shop kind of an energy, so don't do anything like that. But when the moon enters Aquarius at 7:52, now it's about the people. It's about the tribe. It's about community. It's about connection. It's about humanitarianism, volunteering, giving back in some way, donating for the next 2.5 days. Right? So conjunction to Pluto with the moon at 12:37 p.m. Pacific. Really like soul connecting connections in community spaces, in friendships. This is a beautiful like energy for a friendsmas. If you were going to do any kind of like separate moment with your friends prior to the holiday, prior to Christmas on Thursday, today could be a great day for it. With that like opportunity for really deep soul-filled connections. And then, of course, we already talked about it, but Venus does have that annoying, frustrating corkscrew quincunx to Uranus at 10:22 p.m. Pacific, where flexibility will be key, but what is the silver lining of what comes up? Your bad bitch affirmation for Monday, December 22nd is, you're going to hit us with some holiday stuff? This deck does have holiday stuff. No, it's not. It's going to just hit us where it hurts. Take some fucking chances. Hello, this weekend's quarter moon. Sometimes chances don't come back. You're not born to live a mundane life. Once in a while, you have to spice it up by putting yourself out there. You never know where a new path will take you or where a missed chance will strand you. That is so Aries Quarter Moon coded, I can't even take it, which is exactly why it's today. Today is the day. I will be sending off my scary email today, which really excites me, right? Anything anymore that scares me, I'm like, oh, yes, I'm totally going to do it. And I highly encourage you to take those chances too. Have a great start to your week. If you're a daily doser, I will absolutely be seeing you tomorrow. But as promised, before we go, let me actually just give you a quick little, what we'll call it, the bulletin board. Bulletin board update for my holiday break. There will be no doses next week. So the week of December 29th through January 4th, there won't be any doses. So next week, there won't be a weekly podcast, and next week, there won't be any doses altogether. We will be back together Monday, January 5th, with a weekly dose and all daily doses per normal. Okay? Now, if you are in my Moon Phase Manifestor program, you'll be getting, or maybe by now you probably already have an email from me, but there will be no live trainings or quarter moon coaching until the first, it'll be a quarter moon on Saturday, January 10th. So that means that the Aries quarter moon and the Cancer full moon, there won't be any trainings. But I will see you after the 5th with a Libra quarter moon breakdown, and then we will resume with the Capricorn new moon mid-month, which is so beautiful and perfect to get started under for all the new year. Okay? So that's it. That's all I've got for you. Enjoy this time. Take beautiful aligned risks, bold moves this week. And let it happen, okay? You can just, if it makes you sweat a little bit under your arms, good. That's what it should do. All right? I cannot wait to see you back on the 5th. Daily Dosers, you will be getting episodes all this week. And then the break, really, from me, the 29th through the 4th. Okay? All right, so have a great start to your week. Happy holidays. I will see you soon. Astro lover, did you love this week's astro forecast? Well, just wait until you're inside the daily dose of stars. Right now, you're waking up and feeling pulled in a million directions. You're buzzing with anxiety about your new meeting. You're doom scrolling for 30 minutes before you even leave the bed. You're overwhelmed by news headlines, decisions about deadlines at work, and constantly distracted, which, of course, leaves you feeling off, unmotivated, and stuck in a loop of doing a million things but getting nowhere. My friend, this is because you haven't checked the daily energetic weather report. Riddle me this. Would you ever take a trip to Europe or go camping without checking the actual weather? Hell no. So why are you going through life without checking the energy for the day ahead? The Daily Dose of Stars gives you bite-sized astrological guidance every single morning, so you know exactly what energy you're working with, exactly what to avoid, and what moves to make in order to activate the opportunities that are available for you to seize. So no more guessing, no more chaos, no more feeling pulled in a million directions and saying, what the hell is in the air right now? You'll know exactly what's in the air, and you'll also know exactly what the actual F to do with it every friggin' day. So when you're ready to start co-creating your best life with the universal energy in real time, hop inside the Daily Dose of Stars. The link to subscribe is in the show notes below. Simply scroll down and tap the link. I'll see you there.